Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com, and I just wanted to share something with you really quickly. I find it quite hilarious and very actually interesting that a government agency recently came out and said that Bitcoin Cash is the actual original Bitcoin. That is very, very interesting. So recently, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, which is a government institution, NIST.gov, recently came out and published a paper in claiming Bitcoin Cash is technically the real Bitcoin. Isn't it ironic that a government agency is coming out doing this when it's been claimed that the government has actually infiltrated the Bitcoin core team and has actually been trying to hijack the movement, if you will? It's very interesting that this has come out now, and they're now saying that Bitcoin Cash is technically the real Bitcoin. Okay, let's look through this a little bit and let's read what it actually says. I just think that's fine. That's ironic, and I think that's kind of funny. Okay, the different opinions on Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash have been well documented across various media channels. Most people remain confident Bitcoin is the main chain, but a lot of BCH fans, Bitcoin Cash, think things are the other way around. A new draft paper from the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology claims that Bitcoin Cash is indeed the original chain, whereas the coin we now know as Bitcoin is considered to be a fork. It's an interesting development, although one that isn't entirely wrong. Okay, so let's read through and see what they say. It is evident there are tons of people who feel Bitcoin Cash reflects Satoshi Nakamoto's true vision of peer-to-peer decentralized cryptocurrency or electronic cash. While that may or may not be true, no one can deny Bitcoin itself isn't exactly the best place right now. Okay, so it's talking about transaction fees, slow transaction times, so forth and so on. And I want to get into the meat of why, or of what they actually say. So what's most intriguing is that NIST claims Bitcoin Cash is the true version of Bitcoin, whereas the Bitcoin chain is technically a fork. Opinions like these have come more prevalent in the world of cryptocurrency in the past few months. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go and let's actually read the paper here. Give me 1 second. I'll go right to the paper. Okay, so I found this one to explain it. U.S. government scientists, Bitcoin is a fork and Bitcoin Cash is the original. So let's go down and look at what the NIST has said. And they have a quote in here that I want to read, which is why I'm here. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. They go through, talk about segregated witness, blah, blah, blah. 80 to 90% of Bitcoin computing power voted in segregated witness, which made it possible to reduce the amount of big data being verified in each block. Again, a settlement layer, guys. Signature data can account for up to 65% of a transaction block, so a change in how signatures are implemented could be useful. When SegWit was activated, it caused a hard fork, and all the mining nodes and users who did not want to change started calling the original blockchain, Bitcoin Cash. Technically, Bitcoin is a fork and Bitcoin Cash is the original blockchain. When the hard fork occurred, people had access to the same amount of coins on Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. We don't have an axe to grind or a product to sell though. A lot of articles you'll read online feature a disclaimer indicating that the author who owns a certain amount of cryptocurrency in stock, I have no vested interest. So I don't think the NIST has a vested interest either way, but it's very, 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 very interesting that this has come out after so much talk of Bitcoin Core being the real Bitcoin. I want to remind you, look at this chart, guys. Is Bitcoin the real Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin Cash the real Bitcoin? Sure, we can make these X's all green. If you put a little layer here that says Lightning Network, put it right here, and put Lightning Network, and put channels of access, and then you'll turn all these green. But that's utter nonsense, guys. Bitcoin Cash seems to be more legitimate to me than Bitcoin Core. I'm not an ideologue. I'm not an idealist, but this is pretty evident. Watch my previous video about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin itself, and I'll go through all the reasons why I think Bitcoin Cash is positioned to go up far higher than Bitcoin Core. Only time will tell. I'm not a prophet. I'm not making a prediction or a prophecy. I am simply observing the market dynamics of adoption. Technically, individually, from an application standpoint, from a transactions standpoint, things are looking really good for Bitcoin Cash. Things are not looking so good for the digital gold Bitcoin Core. Would love to know what you think, guys. Please tell me. Argue away. Let me know why this is wrong. I'd love to know. I'd love to be educated. So please tell me. I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com, and I'll see you next time.